All right, back on Sports Bit, Paulie and Teddy. Time for Big Game Breakdown. As always, live odds, sportsbookreview.com. Monday Night Football, Bucks and the Panthers. Split line as we record this. Carolina 5.5, 646 the total. 1-3 against 1-3. Desperation here. Derek Anderson gets the start. He can't run, but he's got the arm to get the ball downfield. Last starts, 2014, both against Tampa. 500 yards, 3 touchdowns without an interception. Panthers won both games. Here's a quote, Ron Rivera on Anderson. He's a guy that's had success in the NFL. He's been a Pro Bowl player. He's won a lot of games. He's played in a lot of games, and I think our guys just have a lot of confidence in who he is, end quote. Also played well in relief of Cam against Atlanta on the road. But Teddy, Cam Newton's not the only guy who was hurt in this game.
No, he sure isn't. They're going to be without, Carolina's going to be without their top running back, Jonathan Stewart. He's still out with that bad hamstring. The left tackle, Michael Orr, he's got post-concussion symptoms. Their number one cornerback, James Bradbury, he's got a bad toe. Vernon Butler's going to miss his second straight game from the defensive line with a high ankle sprain. And, you talk about Anderson as he's probably an above-average NFL backup. But he's no Cam Newton. Don't think for a minute that Carolina's going to get the same level of QB play. Even when it comes to throwing downfield, Anderson, a lot of chuck it up for grabs type of balls. We saw that in Carolina's loss last week. That Cam Newton seems to have a better chemistry with his group of receivers than Anderson does, although a week of practice may be able to solve some of those problems.
Well, Tampa's in rough shape, too. Cecil Shorts is listed as out, but they have 5 starters who are doubtful, including 3 starting defensive linemen, McCoy, McDonald, and Ayers. Also doubtful are Doug Martin, Charles Sims, both running backs, as you know, and the tight end Luke Stocker. This is a mash unit here.
Sure, but it's a mash unit, and they're playing sloppy football. Jameis Winston so far, 8 interceptions, 2 fumbles lost. He's been sacked 10 times. And without Doug Martin, there's been no ground game to speak of. There really hasn't. Sims has not picked up the slack. And, of course, Sims isn't going to be healthy here. Only 83 yards and 28 carries over the last 2 games. And, of course, when you have a one-dimensional offense in the NFL, pass rushers tee off, which explains some of the ugly stats from Winston in recent ball games. But for as many problems as Tampa has, I'm telling you, Carolina's got all kinds of problems themselves. Their secondary may have 3 new starters this week, Paulie.
Yes, they cut a guy. They cut a starter last week. What's going on here? Yeah. Oh, my God. Josh Norman, he's ripping them on Twitter.
The new-look cornerback rotation is going to include the rookie Darryl Worley and Robert McClain. They're likely to be the starters on Monday night against the Bucks. And, of course, we talked about Bradbury being hurt. Michael Griffin signed with Carolina last week. He could get the start at strong safety. Ron Rivera, quote, "We have all the confidence in what we've got. We really do. Just because the guys that are showing progress that have really stepped up. We'll see, though. You never know until you play." Carolina secondary, obviously a problem area against Atlanta. May well be a problem area here as well.
Well, Tampa, no defensive line. Carolina, no secondary. But Cutter said he wants to try to establish the run and get that going early. But you wonder how long he'll stick with it if it doesn't work.
Well, they stayed committed to running the football against Denver, which was kind of dumb because Denver stuffs the run. Carolina doesn't have, their front 7 is solid. Their secondary right now is bottom tier. One would think you would have a pass-heavy game plan here, but Cutter's been like, we can't do that. Winston's having a problem with that. We're throwing the football too much. It'll be interesting to see the game plan for Tampa Bay. And it's not like the Panthers, you talk about Tampa with no defensive line. Carolina hasn't been able to run the football down anybody's throat this year. 4 games in, Cam Newton's their leading rusher. You look at Fozzie Whitaker and Jonathan Stewart and Cameron Artis-Payne and Mike Tolbert have combined 79 carries, 300 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 rush from that quartet longer than 20 yards all year. It's a tough game for me, Paulie. Side's a mystery completely. Total slight lean towards the over. I'd be more confident if I was confident in either team's game plan to be able to exploit their opponent's weakness.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Go to sbrodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.